having 26 years of experience in education field. So he worked in Saudi Arabia in computer field, but later in 2014, he started a school, international school, and by the name Ideal International School. And right from the beginning, this school was very standard, famous, and it started getting recognition. So if we see his profile, we can see various awards he is getting right from 2014, 2015 he got best school award. Then 2017 he got another award from industry and trade development, and another 2017 he also get Abul Kalam excellence award, and similarly. So this shows the amount of work he is putting into the school, and the same thing he will be sharing to us. So we will learning more from him. Now let us listen from Naveed Saab. Naveed Saab. Naveed Saab.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am audible, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah wa khair to this organization who is doing extremely well and continuously working for the improvement of the school fraternity, and people are benefiting out of it. That's also a great thing. And today, in this continuation of the same, we will talk about some of the personality development or personal aspect, wherein first a person has to be confident and complete himself. Maybe it is not possible, but we can strive to be perfect and complete. Now, what I'll talk about is that health. Health, there are two, you can divide into two types. One is mental health and other one is physical health. So what we will talk today is about the mental health aspect, right? And it is said that health is wealth. Why this statement is said since long and it comes again and again? That is because a well mindset will result in lot of happiness and lot of positivity and many happy results. Fine. Now, these days, what we find is people are getting inconfident, getting impatient, and people are having expectations which are not being achieved. So there are a number of things wherein there is a possibility that a happy mind might change into some weak personality. Now, what we'll talk today is on these aspects. Let me tell you something, that expectation is something that you can expect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is fine. But as you are working in an institution, you will have a lot of expectation. Similarly, the management will also have a lot of expectation from the staff. And many a times it doesn't match. Maybe it doesn't match 100%, or it matched to some extent, but not to the expectation. Now, this is where all the problem starts. How? Now, you have something expected or wanted to achieve, and it is not happening. Now, that is where the problem comes, right? Now, the point is, you can expect or you can have wants in your life, but they are not the end. You must have patience also. Now, some people say that, okay, I am valued for that, why I'm not getting it? Yes, you might be valued for that. You will get it, but you must have little patience and you must continue in your work in the same way. Sometimes we ourselves will be responsible for the results what we are getting. Not sometimes, I can say many times. Let me tell you something. In a case wherein a teacher is doing well or a staff is doing well, and you have an expectation that I'll get a big increment today or from this academic year. Now, the problem is you might have not got that big increment or no increment at all. Now, because of this, you start reacting in a different way. You take stress for that. Now, this difference of your behavior will start bringing you some negative results also. Like I always says that it is how you view at your surrounding or at your vicinity, right? The simple formula is what we give, that will return back. Now, if you give happiness to others, you'll get back the happiness. If you give your full potential to your institution or whatever it is, you will get back the same. Maybe it might not happen immediately, but it will happen. That is for sure. That is what a Momin will always be positive. He will be affirmative and he will have always best expectation from what Allah has given. Now, there is another point which many people neglect. Like in Islam, it is said that you must always see who is weaker than you and be happy that Allah Ta'ala has put you in a better position, right? We neglect this point. There are a number of people who might be there, who might be qualified than you, but they are not as happy or as you are, right? Let me give an example of what happens if you are having some stress because of this difference in achieving and expecting, or sometimes you might have an ego with someone. Like just now, Sheikh was telling that I will not say sorry. So if you don't say sorry, that means you are having some superiority complex or some kind of ego. Now, what will happen with this ego? Someone has explained in a very good way with a simple experiment. Like you all, most of you know that half glass of water. Now, half glass of water, today we will have in a different experiment wherein a person will be standing, he will holding the half glass of water straight in his hand. Now, this is what I call it as a stress or some bad feeling or some ego, whatever it is, this is the glass of water. Means some quantity you are having in you. Now, if this person stands in the same position, say for half an hour, what will happen? His hand starts paining. Maybe not much. Now, if he continues for another 1 hour, sure, the hand will be paining, and instead of his hand being straight, it might be coming down, right? And if he continues more, the more pain will be there. Now, the problem is the glass of water did not change, the weight of water did not change, but the pain started increasing to the extent that maybe and after 5 hours he cannot hold the hand in hold the glass in his hand anymore and he'll put down. So this is what I say is your ego or stress or whatever it is. This half glass of water is the stress, half glass of water is the ego. Now, the ego or stress is the same. But since you are holding it in your heart, to yourself, in your brain, as the time passes, it gets expanded. Maybe the matter is only a single point, but you are holding in your heart some grudge against your friend or some grudge against someone. Maybe out of ignorance or knowingly he might have done mistake to you. No problem. But the problem is that you are since you are holding in your heart, it has become a burden on you to the extent that it has become so heavy that you can no more hold it. So this burden will come out in a reaction as if it is you are going to burst on him if you still hold it. Or the easiest way is that go to that person, just clear whatever you have in your heart, and it will be relieved immediately. You do this, you will not become small. Like just now, Sheikh said that by going and saying sorry to someone, you'll not become small. But if you don't say that, you are going to make your life miserable. Allah has given you a happy life. Due to some incidents, some egos, some things, you are taking stress and you're making life miserable. And there is the other part in this. You are holding stress, you are holding ego because of someone, and you are making your life miserable, but the other person is unaware he is living his life happily. Right? So the key is just meet him, clear what you have, and you can also have an happy life, which most people don't do. That is because of the ego, and the shaitan is maintaining that ego. So, as a Muslim, as a Mu'min, you have to fight. It's not difficult, it's very easy, right? Now, there is, see, in this half glass of water experiment, many say that some see it half empty, some see it half filled, right? So, this is also a very important point. How do you see your life, right? If you see that everyone is troubling me, or you see that that day he has done like that, or 1 month back someone has did this and you are holding it, then see in your life in an year or in 2 years, you are bound to have certain things negative. But what you remember, what you accept, that is what matters. If you remember that 10% or 10 things which happened in 2 years, which are bad, and you forget the 90 things which happened good, that means you are only seeing the half glass empty. You're not seeing the other part. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that accept whatever has come to you. That is why the saying is Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. Whatever has come to you, you accept it. And also there is another saying, whatever happens to you, that is the best for you. If you believe in these two things, like we say that Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal, but do we mentally believe and work on that? Many times we don't. But this is the driving force. Our iman is the driving force. So once you believe that Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal, then you start seeing everything green, right? So stress and depression, I will talk on this. This is because like I said, it is that you are holding in your heart, that is what is replicating your personality. Now the other part is Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. When you say this, you will forget what has come wrong, and it will come, and nothing will be any ready, or at the first shot you will be successful, or immediately you will start gaining. No. First, some mistakes will happen, then only the correct thing will come. So the happier part is what you remember, what you enjoy. You enjoy the end results, or you want to hold the stress which has come across. This is what matters. Like I say to our people, whatever you do in your life, at your home, or at your job, with your friends, anywhere, you do it happily. You do it happily. You are working already. You are doing the job. But sometimes what we do is we do the job, but not with full heart, wholeheartedly, not with happiness or with good mood. The best example we can say that the matter of daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. Just for an understanding, I'm telling this, that mother-in-law says to do some certain three things or five things. Now daughter-in-law is not interested. She has something else in her list. With that intention, she starts working on that because she don't have other choice. She does all five things. Now the problem is you did not do it happily, right? You did with your stress, and that will reflect you even if you don't say. Now the end result is maybe you did everything, but still your mother-in-law feels that what she did not wholeheartedly. She just did because yani, I said. So the problem is your mood. You did the job, but still you did not get that approval or that appreciation, that result, what it must be. Now, the scenario, let us change. Like I said, Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. Whatever it comes, you accept it happily. Don't go against it. The rule is very simple and very easy. Now, if the mother-in-law said five things to do, you start doing happily. First thing that will make yourself any comfortable and easier. The other thing is when you did such thing, maybe you could not complete five things, you just did four, but the impact will be in such a way that you have completed all five. Right? It is the same way at your job also. When you're working, when you're delivering the subject, when you're talking to the student or to the parent or whatever it is, first thing you do happily. Now, doing happily will open up your heart, and that will reflect automatically on the other side. Now, let me bring one point here. Why we are talking that we need to develop the personality of the staff or uh, whoever is there in the institution or whatever it is. This is because children take you as role models. Like yesterday, I was telling, if we start speaking lies, maybe with the parents or anyone, then how are we going to become role models for our children? Unless we behave the best, children will not take from us, or children will take whatever we do. If you are not correct, then they will also start imitating the same way. It's as simple as that. That is the reason, first, as a trainer, as a teacher, as a mentor, you need to be with positive energy. You need to be always in a happier mood so that the children will gain in that way. And you must set an example that children will take from there and move beyond, right? So we spoke about how to be happy. Yes, the thing is that whatever comes in your way, you accept it. Maybe sometimes it doesn't match what your expectation is, but you cannot change others. So you just acknowledge, acknowledge in a better way. It will first make you happier, then that mood will reflect in the whole vicinity. This is the very important point which many people neglect. So I am just highlighting it. Now, last thing, like we said, patience is very important. And for patience, there is a formula or there is a method how to be patient. Like in one of the hadith, what happened? That one old lady, she replied back to Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saying that my son has died. What do you know? She was unaware that it is Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. She replied in that way immediately when Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, be patient. Then later on, when people said that, did you know to whom you spoke to? It was Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You replied in that way. Then she ran and said, I am sorry. At that time, Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that patience is at the first instant. It is not that we'll react, we'll say something immediately, then afterwards we'll say, no, 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 I'll be in control. I'm sorry, I'll be in patience. No, patience is being silent or just observing the situation in yourself without reacting to it. That is patience. And when you will get the help of Allah Ta'ala, there is a ayat in the Quran where it says, by doing two things. One is salah, namaz. The other one is patience. So it is not a simple thing. It is the key for your success. So you be patient. Maybe many parents, they come to you and say, what did you do? What is that? There are mistakes, you are putting it right. And you are beating my child, which I never did it. Or anything they will talk rubbish. Some will talk something which is tangential, which is nowhere related to the topic at all. No issue. You keep smiling, be patient, be humble. Afterwards, automatically the other person will realize this is the beauty Allah Ta'ala has put in the human beings. You need not talk much. You just be smiling and be silent. Automatically, the other person will realize he will be in control. And maybe he will say sorry also. So this character or many such characters we need to build in ourselves so that we will set an example to our children and our children will learn from us consciously or unconsciously. And how it can happen is it is not that once you get into the class you'll start practicing these things. No, you will have to practice this always. Like I said, sister-in-law and mother-in-law set up, maybe in friends, maybe at the job, maybe at the market, anywhere. When you do certain things happily, that will reflect automatically. And if you don't do happily, or if you hold something in your heart, that will become so much heavy that suddenly it might burst on the other personality, or it might have a converse effect on you itself. Maybe you going in depression or sometimes having some mental health issues or anything like that. So what you must realize is that everything is there in your hand And like I tell to many people that Allah Ta'ala has given a happy life to everyone. To everyone. And the problem is that we disturb someone. So when we get a chance, we disturb someone. Now that person will be waiting for his chance. We interfere with another person unnecessarily. Maybe they both are having an issue. Instead of we helping them resolve it, we interfere and we make it more difficult. So those two persons will be waiting for their chance. This way, knowingly or unknowingly, we create people who are enemy to us or who are ready to take their chance. So the happy life what Allah Ta'ala has given to us, now it has changed into a different way because these people, they will take revenge, obviously. So first of all, let us be to ourselves, let us be happy, let us think, see the world in green. Other things will come and go, but finally, what matters is that the way you believe. Like again, I will tell the tagline is Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. So that means you have to believe and behave in that way. You must not, just for talking sake, you will say Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal then, but you don't practice that. No, you will not get that response. I think still we can take some questions. If someone is having, they can raise, or I don't know what is the procedure here. Uh, the given time is up. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. This institution, which is working on this continuously. Allah jazai khair there for what you people are being done, doing. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much. Jazakallah, Naveed Pasha Sahib. Very simple way you have put very difficult things for us. Most of the teachers are under stress nowadays, but you have given 5 points formula for them to be more happy. So nearly 88 teachers are listening to you. From your talk
MashaAllah.
only, we can see why your school is having so many rewards, rewards after rewards every awards every year. Because
No, Alhamdulillah.
a person in charge and giving them right advice at the right moment with right examples. Then the time tested example, water in a glass holding for a long time. From that you have given so much inspirational things to us. So we are very thankful. Easily we have understood your point and we will implement it because just the academic year has begun and stress will be building up, isn't it? So with your points, hope the teachers will not be under stress and they will be doing the thing happily and they will take the things easy and they will dedicate themselves and surely your talk will go a long way in fulfilling their aspirations. Thank you very much. Jazakallah. With this, we are ending this program. Tomorrow, we will be having same time 6:30 to 7:30 with two sets of speakers. Hope all of you will join. Nearly 88 teachers are there. So I request the teachers to invite your friends, teachers. It is, you need not hesitate to invite your friends, even from your school or from other schools. You can send this message to them, link to them, ask them to join, and they will also be benefited from this program. Thank you very much.